Hello, and welcome to round 2 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 28th. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Usually on this podcast, we talk about parenting issues, but once a week, Terry and I like to get together to discuss TV, movies, books, and other entertainment topics because it's nice to talk about something other than parenting for a change. So this week, we kicked off the holiday season with the new movie Spirited, which is on Apple TV. And we continued with our Brothers and Sisters series watch. So we will start with Spirited.
Ah, yes, it's that time of year, isn't it?
Yes, when everyone's like, I know, let's make a holiday movie.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Will Ferrell is going to sing.
And Ryan Reynolds also. Is he a
known
vocalist?
Not known to me as a
Octavia
vocalist.
Spencer, you go, girl.
Yes, I like her so much.
I like her too. I have questions about her character, but
her character in the show, not her character as a person.
No, yes, her character in the show.
Yeah,
but this was not good. I didn't think this was good. Did you think this was good, Catherine?
I thought it was okay to pass a couple hours when you're kind of in a turkey coma.
Yes, probably in a turkey coma, I would have stayed with it. Well, I mean, if I had not had to watch it for the podcast, I think they would have lost me with the first musical number. But it looked like it was super fun to conceptualize. I see all these people sitting in rooms saying, and then we'll have a song about this, and then we'll have a song about that. I think they had a fine time, and good for them. You know what? There's not enough joy in the world, if that's what gives you joy. But it did not give me joy to watch it. I was with Marley going, no, not another song. No, absolutely not.
Stop it. Yeah, there was really no need for the songs. Yeah, it could have been a fun, cute little movie without the songs.
I think that was the problem, because the setup and the execution of the plot were fun, although there were plot holes that did not get filled in because a dance number was called for. And, you know, I also 100% support the employment of as many dancers as possible. That's a wonderful thing about this movie. Lots of people got work. So, yay. And they looked very happy to have that work. So, you know, Broadway's been a little bumpy. So let's go do the Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds movie. Yes.
Right.
There'll have to be a lot of dancing in it. But, yeah, I mean, I think there were so many things that were unexplained that could have had an interesting explanation. Like, why Octavia Spencer's character could see Will Ferrell's character.
Yeah.
Not really ever explained. There was sort of a little, oh, you must have let her see you, but there was never an explanation that they could let people see them. Presumably when the Ghost of Christmas Past was getting it on with Clint, she was corporeal in some way. Not really any explanation of how that went down. I don't think it was supposed to be ghost sex. I think it was supposed to be, you know.
Yeah.
So, and Will Ferrell's character, what was his name? Ghost of Christmas Present guy.
Yes. Oh, or Ebenezer Scrooge.
Was it at the end? Yeah. Or anyway. Will Ferrell.
Roberto Fishman Platt or something crazy.
Yes. You know, he has this dream that he's going to be human again and he's going to get married and he's going to have a couple of kids and in this house. And in the end, he gets that, including the two little kids. But
who he keeps yelling at.
Octavia Spencer, I love you. You look great. But she's like in her 50s.
Is she?
Yeah. She was born in 1970. Will Ferrell born in 1967. So good age for one another. Not so good an age for having babies. I mean, maybe they adopted. Good for them. That's great. Could have been filled in a little bit. And I mean, her character, I think, was supposed to be somebody who started out with all sorts of idealism and then now is at the top of the food chain at the company, but feels disillusioned. That's not going to be somebody who's in her 30s. I don't know. I mean, not that people don't have, it's just, it seemed like that's who the love interest is going to be.
Right.
She's delightful. who wouldn't love her? But it seemed odd to me, let's just say.
Yeah. I mean, I was glad that it was a love interest who wasn't a 25-year-old skinny white girl.
Absolutely. And,
that was great.
And maybe you fall in love with who you fall in love with and then say, hey, how are we going to go? I would like to have some kids. How do we go about that?
Right.
Maybe there could be a song about it. Maybe there could be little tap dancing babies.
Song.
And
yes, you're right. They hand waved that business.
They absolutely did. And I mean, I would have bought even a line or two of explanation. I'm easy, really. It's fine. But there were just a lot of things that, rules of the whatever that is factory of ghosts and dreams and whatever seem to have been broken willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And
also, why does it take them with that huge staff?
Yes.
They only do this once a year for one person. Until the end.
That seems like a questionable use of resources,
Yes.
It's good that they got somebody who has some experience in this sort of thing in there to revolutionize.
Business savvy.
Yeah, it's like, it did remind me so very much of The Good Place.
For sure.
But, they had lots of time for exposition. They had seasons for exposition.
Many seasons.
They did not have to pack it into 2 hours and then minus, hour and a half of songs.
Right.
I wanted to like the song so much. And I did like the Good Afternoon one. That was funny.
Yes.
Although
I've been
Judi
singing
Dench,
that one.
how did Judi Dench get in there? Did they really call up Judi Dench and say, hey, we want you to do a walk-on in one of our songs in this Christmas movie on Apple TV? And she said, sure, I'm free that
why
day.
not?
I'll put on a costume and make fun of myself.
I
mean, good on her, but
right.
We don't want you. You're above this, Judy. Really, you are, sweetie. You don't have to do this. You don't have to work every time somebody asks you to.
Right. Maybe she just loves Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe she does. Maybe she loves Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
You never know. So a couple of little trivia notes I got from looking this up on IMDb. The guy who wrote and directed this movie, Sean Anders, I believe is his name, is the brother of the actress who played the sister, Andrea Anders.
Which sister? Oh, the sister who died.
The sister who died.
Yeah.
So, well, brother-sister thing there. And also, the actress who played young Carrie, the sister when she was younger with the hair and the glasses and the odd look. I imagine the purpose of the hair and the glasses with the odd look was so we would not notice that it was the same actress who played her daughter years later.
Oh, interesting. I did not notice.
Yes. I think we would have noticed had she not been dressed for whatever era that was supposed to be. But anyway, good little actress. I thought she did a good job. Both times. But anyway.
And speaking of Broadway, the one who played Jacob Marley was Patrick Page.
Yes, I saw that name, and I don't recognize the name, but I recognize the face.
He's mostly a Broadway person, and he's also married to Paige Davis of Trading Spaces back in the day. That show.
Wait a second. Patrick Page is married to Paige.
To
so
Paige
she Paige
Davis.
Page.
No, she's just Paige Davis. I'm sure that has been
I'm sure they've never heard that joke ever. Right. I'm sure that's completely new.
You are the first.
Oh, my.
Yes. But he's been in lots of things, but he was in Hadestown. Because he has like the deepest bass voice. And it's sort of funny that, he's the one who's telling Will Ferrell not to sing because he is an acclaimed Broadway
Speaking
singer.
For the audience, if not for himself. He says, please no. Yeah. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, like you said, a few things going for it.
But you said, but I mean, there were respected musical pros writing these songs, right?
I believe it was Pasek and Paul, but maybe we should just confirm.
Let's all sing A Christmas Carol while Catherine taps. One of those catchy tunes from the movie.
Oh, okay. It features all new songs from Pasek and Paul plus 3 new songwriters.
Oh.
So which ones are theirs? Unclear.
Let's just say the 1 or 2 I liked was Pasek and Paul.
Yeah, Good Afternoon was Pasek and Paul, and everything else was somebody else.
Oh, so they just did one?
Well, I don't know. I would just say.
I would say, maybe not tops on the resume, guys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they were.
But did you know they also wrote songs for. They also wrote songs for Trolls, the movie. So
okay. They got to eat.
Exactly.
I am sympathetic, and they were the songs that were called for. They were probably the best case scenario songs for that movie if you had to have that many songs.
Right.
Some of them were pushing it a little bit. Some of them were pushing it a lot. Can we just please move along? But
I'm trying to find these things, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh. A song called Blansky's Redemption.
Oh, now, yeah, this is a question I have. Rose Byrne played a character called Ms. Blansky on this.
Okay.
Is that the lady who was revived at the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Rose Byrne.
Okay. I was going to go back and watch the beginning again, and then I thought, I'll just ask Catherine.
Yep,
I wasn't paying enough attention. Mm-hmm. So, okay. So there's a song. Apparently there was a song.
Yeah. Well, she was outside in her nightgown and boots.
Yes. Anytime I see something like that, I think it warms my heart that you want to play street hockey with the kids, lady, because you go back inside and put on some clothes.
Right.
Nothing good
Put
can
some
come
pants
of this.
on.
You're going to die. You're going to be like Scrooge. You're going to die shortly after your redemption. You're going to,
right.
You're going to freeze to death get pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
After being conked on the head by the ball you hit.
Yeah.
The rules of this.
A cold hockey puck to the bare leg would really be uncomfortable.
That's right. This is not necessary. You need to be a nicer person. You do not need to be a fool. Right. Oh well. So much. There were parts where I laughed out loud. Like. Yes. There were things to like in it just as a whole. I wanted more of some things and way, way less of others.
Mm-hmm.
So, however, again, I go back to what I said at the beginning. Looks like they all had fun. I think they all had a good time putting this together. So, Merry Christmas to them. And bah humbug from me. I'll be having ghosts now. We hear you didn't like the movie. Let's go back in your childhood movies that you didn't like.
To figure out what went wrong. Well, shall we move on to...
Let's move on.
Some other family drama.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's think about if in Brothers and Sisters, one of them was dying and asked their brother or sister to take care of their kid, and they just foisted it off on a different one.
They would have given it to Justin instead. No!
Yeah. I could see that happening on this show. So, Brothers and Sisters, episode 4, Family Portrait, in which one inciting dramatic thing was that Sally Field's character had a family photo of the whole gang minus Kitty because Kitty was not there. And, I'm sort of like, well, you weren't there.
Yes, I feel the same way.
I don't know why she got so bent out of shape about it.
The passive aggressiveness of it from Nora's side is that if Kitty had come home from New York and the paint and the portrait was there, the photo was there. Oh, isn't this nice? We took it. You were in New York. Too bad. It's already there. Why does she put it up now?
Right. When Kitty's living in her house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Decides this is the time to put it up. That's some passive aggression right there. That's not just, well, I had this lovely photo that we took and we spent a lot of money on, clearly. Why would I not put it up? Why didn't you put it up? Why haven't you put it up? You've clearly had it for a long time because your husband is alive in it.
Right.
And
also you could have put it up in your bedroom instead of in the front hall where everyone's going to see it. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it art, But I think under those circumstances, I might feel a little stung. If it was there when I came home after living away for a long time, it would just be, oh, darn, sorry I missed out being in this.
Right.
And, as it is.
As it is. It's a little salty.
Yeah. And let's see. Well, we finally met Joe's son from another marriage, Gabe, who appears when it's convenient and interesting and disappears at other times.
Right.
Like a good stepson should.
And you had Paige's diagnosis, which I called from the second Joe was like, "Oh, you're very thirsty."
I know, yes.
And I was like, "Oh no, diabetes. Here we go." Yep, it's coming.
And like clockwork, I had to laugh because it was the scene when I guess the first time where Kitty's over and bringing some little dessert treat that the little boy wants none of, and I'm thinking, boy, the little actor who plays Cooper is making a play for things. Paige had big scenes in the first few episodes, and it's like, my turn now. I am going to get all the attention. And then Paige gets diabetes and grabs the spotlight again.
Again.
Yep. Sorry, kid. You're just going to be stealing. Well, no more Fudgy Pops for you because it's going to be sugar-free Fudgy Pops in the fridge.
Yes. So do they do the TV thing of like it was a big dramatic moment when she got diagnosed and then we never hear about it again, or do they actually follow through?
There's at least one more episode where it's a thing. Okay. I don't know if it's more than that, but I can think of one more scene involving it. So,
because it is a lifelong.
Yes. I imagine it falls to the wayside at some point, but I can think of at least one more episode it was in. I don't know which episode it was, if it's right away or what, but I'm sure it gets name dropped a few times.
Right.
No more bringing sugary cupcakes to the house, Kitty.
Right.
But when it was easy to see coming sure, I'll babysit for you anytime. And then, here's a huge work project. And, tonight is the night we need you babysitting. I feel like that's a plot progression I've seen in a lot of movies about childless people for whom their work is important. But why was she babysitting at Nora's house? Why
good question.
At Sarah's house.
Right. Good question. But that just allowed for Warren to that's the co-host to know where she was and drop by.
So. Yeah. The only thing that scene lacked was a phone call from Jonathan. I was waiting for it. But no, he's off dating people that he's already decided he doesn't like. So
right.
I bet he drops a lot of money on a date, too. I bet he takes these dates out someplace really expensive. Even when he knows he doesn't like them.
He's not going to like them.
So at least she gets a good fancy dinner out of the deal.
Totally. And switching to another sibling, Justin gets another job at a hotel as like a bellboy or bellman. And who is the woman who plays his boss?
The actress?
Yeah.
It's Maritza Domachik or something like that.
She looks so familiar to me.
Did you see... she's been in other things. You've seen her in other places. I recognize her from this all the time because I think this was she was in a show called Whiskey Cavalier that we watched, Rick and I. But I don't think you watched that.
No.
And I was like, that's the girl from Brothers and Sisters. But she's been in other things. You could look up. I am probably saying her name slightly wrong, but we could IMDb it.
Right.
But yeah, she's you've probably seen her elsewhere, and she will be around for a while.
So meaning he will stick with his job for a little while.
Yeah. Okay. Marika Domachik. Let's see what else she has been in. She was in The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
In Get Smart. She was in Grey's Anatomy. Everybody was in Grey's Anatomy. Has every actor in Hollywood taken a cycle through Grey's Anatomy? I haven't watched that show in possibly decades, but it seems like it's on everybody's list. She's on Hawaii Five-0. There's Whiskey Cavalier. Criminal Minds. She works, let's just say.
Yes.
She was on House, apparently. The thing about IMDb is you don't know if this was one episode or like a long stint, but...
Yes.
Anyway. She's that girl. Hey, it's that girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, it's that woman.
Right.
But, yes, she remembers when.
She remembers him from
back
high school.
before he was damaged by Kitty making him go to war.
That's right. It's all Kitty's fault.
Yes. And Kevin, poor Kevin. Kevin sees himself falling into Saul's footsteps, constantly serving
his mother.
Constantly being the plus one, constantly being the golf partner. Mm-hmm. And, you know, of course, everybody was right that Nora wanted him to do it, but was acting like she didn't.
Yes.
He grew up in that house. How could he not know that?
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Even the passive aggressive is strong in her.
It certainly is. She is a master.
Mm-hmm.
And so he goes golfing with his mother and then doesn't go out with Scotty, which I guess their legal case must be over because it would be incorrect for him to go out with somebody if he was still
if he was still being a witness
with him. So let's just say that was over. And then, of course, Mom doesn't want to stay for the thing honoring her cheating, awful husband. And so they go to see a movie where Scotty and another guy with whom he's holding hands is there. And boo-hoo, Kevin is upset.
Kevin is sad.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Scotty does not look too upset, so.
No. It seems like not much upset Scotty.
Yes, he looks like he's rather delighted to have an opportunity to tweak Kevin a little bit.
Right.
So, Mom is a handful, is she not?
Uh-huh. That's right.
And
what else? There's not much else with Tommy besides him
being
getting Justin a job. I think that's the only.
Yes, he got him a job, and then he was mad when he was not taking the job seriously. And he says, "I'm done. I'm done with you.
Yes.
I'm done caring."
Mm-hmm. Do we believe that?
Yes. Spoiler alert: he's not done.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and of course, you have the scene where everybody goes to the hospital. Even the stoned brother had to peel himself off the floor and somehow get there. But they're all there. The hospitals,
and
must
even
just
Kitty,
yeah,
even Kitty, who was supposed to be having this huge
interview to be there.
Her track record at this job is bad.
It really
is. Bad.
But when the nurse says, I've never seen a kid with so many people here supporting her, and I'm looking, the nurses must hate that when there's like, an entire extended clan taking up all the space in the waiting room, having fights, saying mean things to each other, airing their dirty laundry right there.
That's right.
Could you guys take shifts?
I know. Kitty needs to do her job from New York because then she'll actually do it.
Right. She really does.
She won't be sidetracked by family drama every other day.
Yes. It's not a healthy situation.
Right.
But, it was all worth it for the lovely new family portrait montage at the end.
Yes.
Paige is running and looking healthy, and Gabe is there, and Sarah and Joe kiss, and Justin is not stoned, and the soundtrack plays for some reason, helpless, helpless, helpless. That's a little mean, but okay. So now she can put that up in the attic for a while. He's like, I just don't like the way it turned out. I think we could, maybe we'll do it again in a couple of months.
We can do better.
Your dad isn't in it, Maybe they should have shown, sometimes they hold a picture of the departed relative. I didn't see if they were doing, I don't think they were doing that. So they'll have to do it again, We
photoshopped our Thanksgiving pictures.
Saw that. That was very
My
clever.
daughter did it. My daughter did it. And she actually also included a turkey. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not notice that. I did notice that, unfortunately, one of the photoshopped people lost all of her hair, but...
She did lose her hair.
I don't know how she felt about that.
Right next...
It's a look.
In the bottom corner near her, there was a turkey.
Okay.
So...
But otherwise, excellent photoshopping. We'll have to have her do the one next time that we're Like, if Nicole and I are together here, we'll have to Photoshop you into the picture. But wear your hair in a very easily cut-aroundable style.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So, is that
yeah, so
is that about it for brothers and sisters?
Another time with the Walkers, and another week of saying, man, I'm glad this is not my family. Phew. How I enjoy seeing other people deal with things that I may have dealt with in the past but no longer do or never did. And it's like, it's so pretty to watch. I'm so enjoy watching it, but I'm so glad I'm not there.
That's right.
Poor kids.
Well, next week it will be episode 5 of season 1, and it's called Date Night.
Oh.
Which I thought we just had a date night with Joe and Sarah. That didn't go very well, but we'll see what happens.
I bet there are other date nights that could not go well also. There's just so many possibilities for bad
There's lots
date
of
nights.
Potential.
There are.
Mm-hmm. So we will watch that. And then also we're going to watch another movie. We're 2 weeks in a row. We're going to watch a movie. This one is streaming on Amazon Prime. It's called The People We Hate at the Wedding, and it stars some people we like.
Yes.
Kristen Bell, Allison Janney, Dustin Milligan, who was the podcast guy on Rutherford Falls, and he was also on Schitt's Creek, and
Ben Platt
as well. Ben Platt. Speaking of musical Broadway type people.
And I don't know if I am the only one who has been stalked with ads for this across all of social media. But if you have too, you have already seen parts of this movie force-fed to you on your Instagram stream. And so it's like, I can't tell whether this is going to be good or not, but it's persistent. And so we're going to give it a watch.
We're going to give it a try.
They broke me down. They wore me out. Yes, I know it's Allison Janney, and I love Allison Janney, but Kristen Bell. I love Kristen Bell, and I did like that guy from Rutherford, and Ben Platt. Well, Ben Platt. You cannot like Ben Platt. All right, I'll watch it, but I don't think it's going to be any good. I have bad feelings about it. I think maybe the people we hate in the movie also, but all right. I'll do it.
We're giving it a shot. Yes.
And maybe
So that is called, once again, The People We Hate at the Wedding, and it is streaming on Amazon Prime. So we'll watch that and Brothers and Sisters, and that's going to be it for our round 2 today. Please subscribe to our Parenting Roundabout podcast so you won't miss any of our episodes. We have something new for you every weekday. As always, you can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com. Bye, Terry.
Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, everyone.